Hello, this is Donna Lewis with the Clark County Park District, and today I'm going to talk about what to do if you find an animal in your yard. A lot of us are home right now, and we're going to see more animals than before because we're around. So one of the ones that you may see, especially out at night, because this is nocturnal, is the possum. So a lot of people don't care for this guy. Looks a little bit like a rat, has the long nose. Really good for smelling. Big ears, but not the best hearing. And he has this long rat-like tail, which is prehensile. They're very good climbers, so this tail helps them climb. So they tend to look like a rat, but they're not. They are marsupials. Marsupials have a pouch. So the possum is the only marsupial that we have in North America. They're pretty amazing. So you've got the long pointed face, the big ears, the prehensile tail, and also these feet with an opposable thumb that helps them climb. So they're pretty good at what they do. The possum is the only marsupial in North America, and the name possum comes from an Indian name meaning white face. So they have this white face. Now this guy is my puppet helping me today to show you what a possum looks like. They're nothing to worry about if you see them in your yard because, one thing, they don't stay for long. They're pretty nomadic. They move around a lot. So unless you put food out every night for like your cats or other animals, they're not going to stay. So if you don't want them to hang around, don't put out food outside your house. Bring it in for the evening if you don't want possums out there, or raccoons. But possums a lot of times are seen eating cat food with cats. So they're really not a danger to your cats. They don't really pose any health risk to us. In fact, they're very beneficial. So the possum eats tons of stuff that we don't want around. Bugs, grubs, slugs, lots of stuff out of the dirt. They have great claws, not my puppet, but they have great claws to dig for food. They eat old, rotten fruits and vegetables and dead stuff. So they're like the garbage men of the forest, along with things like the vulture, the turkey vulture. So these guys help clean up. Yes, they're very good for us. They really help us a lot. Help out our gardens, mom's gardens that get eaten up by like June bug grubs and stuff. These guys love that. Yeah, they love it. So they're nothing to worry about. Also, if anybody likes ticks, they won't like this fact, but most of us don't like ticks. These are big tick eaters. I found a tick in my house the other day. I have released possums here at my house from the local rehab center to help keep ticks down. So possums are really good for eating ticks. They are preeners like cats. They're about the size of a cat, a big cat, and they preen themselves a lot, and so they clean the ticks off, eat them, and then when they're digested, they die. The ticks die. So these help prevent Lyme disease, which ticks can cause. So really helpful to have in your yard. And like I said, nomadic, they don't usually stay around. If frightened, if you come across a possum and you've scared it, oh, this is what it's gonna do. Open its mouth and hiss and show its like 50 teeth and try to scare you away, or your dog or a fox or whatever it may be, a coyote. And if that doesn't work, it plays dead. It literally just like falls on its side, tongue out, plays dead. They can't even control that. That is an automatic response. It's a defense mechanism. So if they look dead, most animals like your dog don't want to mess with them. So it gives the possum a chance to take off. And I have seen this happen, and they will play dead until they think that doesn't work. Then they will go to the bathroom, which really stinks. So the smell will keep the predator away. So very helpful. So what do you do if you find a possum in your yard? For one thing, around this time of year, the moms are having babies, and things I've read say they have up to 20 babies, but a lot of those babies won't make it. So maybe about 10 babies will be cared for by mom, will make it and be cared for. They crawl into her pouch where they feed on her milk until they're ready to come out of the pouch, and then they ride on her back. So you'll see little possums riding around on her back, holding on to each other with their feet and their tails. Now, possums little possums maybe can hang by their tails a little bit, but a big possum is too heavy, big and heavy to hang by its tail. So these little guys will ride on the back of mom, until they're about the size of a pencil, maybe, like head to the tip of, before their tail, so tip of their nose to the base of their body. When they're about the length of a pencil, they usually take off and they're okay to be on their own. But what if you find a baby or a group of them that doesn't have mom? So a lot of times, unfortunately, mom's walking around at night looking for food, and sometimes she doesn't see the car, or she gets maybe killed by a predator in the woods or in your backyard. So then the babies are left to fend for themselves, and they cannot take care of themselves. They're too little. They have to be fed. So what you can do, if mom's injured, you can take mom and the babies to your local rehab center. In this area, in our area, it would be Bruckner Nature Center, and they will take native species. They don't take things like raccoons and coyotes and deer, but they take most native species, and they will take care of them until they're old enough to go. And then sometimes they have release sites like my house, and I'll release them at my house because possums are very welcome here. So if you find mom and the babies alive, take them all to Bruckner, but call them first. And they can be found online. But if you have to rescue the babies, get a box, okay? A shoe box, preferably with a good lid. What you might want to do is tape the lid down once you get them in there. But get a nice soft dish towel. Of course, mine has bats on it because I love bats. And so put the dish towel in there. Get the baby possums and tuck them into that dish towel, okay? And close the box and keep them warm. Make sure the box is closed. They're really good at escaping. So just keep them warm in that box and call Bruckner Nature Center. Or get online and find some help online. But if you have baby possums, they're definitely going to be raised by a licensed rehabilitator. Don't try to feed them yourself. It will hurt a possum if you feed it cow's milk or anything that they're not supposed to have. And as unprofessionals, most people don't know how to feed a baby possum. So leave it to the experts. Bruckner is there to help our wildlife when needed. So just find them online or you can call them and give them a call before you come so they know you're coming, especially this time. They're closed, except they are taking in injured wildlife still. So also, if you have any general questions about wildlife, you're welcome to call the Park District at 937-882-6000. We are listening to our messages every day, even though we're not in there every day. And we will try to help you with any advice that we can on wildlife. Just ask for Donna, that's me, and I will get back with you. You can also email me at dlewis@clarkcountyparks.org, and I will try to answer your questions. And whatever I can't help you with, I will send you to Bruckner. So try to help keep these guys, the possum, in your yard because they're very helpful to all of us and they really help out our environment. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.